right, hello, beautiful people. It is great to be back. I took a little hiatus from YouTube, had some other things to focus on, but nonetheless, it's great to be back. All right. With that said, today, getting back on track with a diet with fat loss. All right. Now, a lot of people fall off, as I like to call it, the bandwagon when it comes to dieting for certain reasons, whether it's environmental issues, whether it's a party they attended, whether they were just tired of tracking. There's numerous amount of reasons that come into that. Now, if this is you, here are a few things that you need to evaluate. I got my little notes up here so you guys don't know what I'm looking at. All right, so first off, evaluate why did you fall off, all right? 9 times out of 10, people fall off because they've been dieting too long and extremely too low. So if you're one of those people that, hey, say you hang out at 3,000 calories for your maintenance and you decide to floor your calories down to, 14 or 1,500 for, 4, 6, 8 weeks or even, 3 or 4 plus months, you are going to fall off at some point. That's just adaptation, that's just hunger, that's cravings, that's your body wanting to restore back to its happy place because you've been dieting for so long. So figure out why you fell off. It also may have been, you may have been too restrictive with your food choices, all right? I always tell people it's very, very, very simple to teach anybody to eat and lose weight off eating chicken, broccoli, tuna, all the rabbit foods as I like to call it. But, what happens when you put them in front of a burger? What happens when you put them in like a social environment with like, dinner, whether it's at Cheesecake Factory, a Mexican restaurant, stuff like that? What happens then? Can you control yourself? 99.9% of the time with athletes I consult with, they can't because they don't have that practice, all right? So figure out why. Second thing, you may have dialed your portions back in. Normally when people come back, when they fall off, their portions were a little bit bigger in the beginning. So when they try to start, getting back into that deficit, they're like, hey, Gil, I still feel like I can't find, I feel like I'm overeating. All right. You will not hear me say this often, but listen, when you're picking out your portions, when you're trying to get back on track, purposely put less food on your plate. I'm not telling you to restrict your foods, but put less food on your plate. For example, say you eat, 3 slices of pizza regularly when you fell off track, put a slice or maybe a slice and a half on there. Eat that, evaluate where you're evaluate your hunger where you're at, and then go from there. Remember, when you're dieting, you're looking to be full, not stuffed. There is a distinct difference, all right? Last thing I'm gonna tell you guys before I sign off here, training, okay? As you guys know, training is a big indicator in driving hunger, okay? If you're training excessively, 4 or 6 times a week, and you're having a lot of cardiac output sessions, whether it's through CrossFit, spin class, boot camp, stuff like that, expect your hunger to be higher than normal. You may not feel it that day just because you're in that fight or flight state, that sympathetic state, but towards the end of the week, that metabolism is going to catch up and be like, hey, you know what, I'm hungry, let's fill this void of energy gap we have. So make sure you're looking at training, okay? Anyways, guys, I'm glad to be back. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on the page. If you're not following me on Instagram, @RealJohnsonGill, definitely need to. That's where a lot of my content goes towards as well. Going to do my best to start pumping out some more videos for you guys. Peace out.